Hello guys, welcome to our English group project. Today we are presenting you the story of the three little pigs. But first, let me introduce you to our group members. 2022-06331 aka the wolf, 2022-08042 aka the first pig, 2022-06383 aka the second pig, 2023-000-778 aka the mummy pig, and the narrator 2023-000-234 aka the third pig. The three little pigs. Once upon a time there were three little pigs who lived with their mother. One day the mother pig said to the three little pigs, "You are all grown up now. It's time for you to go out into the forest and live on your own." So, the three little pigs gave their mother a big hug and kiss and set out to find their own places to live. They walked down the road and soon saw a man with a wagon full of straw.
Why, I could build a house of straw in no time,
Thought the first little pig. So, the first little pig said to the man,
"Please, sir, may I have some straw so that I may build a house?"
The kind man gave him the straw, and the first little pig quickly built his house. He finished so quickly that he lay down contentedly in the shade to take a nap for the rest of the day. The other two pigs continued on their way. It wasn't long before they passed a man with a cart full of sticks.
I could build a house of sticks.
Thought the second little pig.
It will take a little more time than my brother's house of straw, but it will be a fine house.
So, the second little pig said to the man,
Please, sir, may I have some sticks so that I may build a house?
The kind man gave him the sticks, and the second little pig set about building his house. He finished the house in a little while, and then he too lay down contentedly in the shade to take a nap. The little pig continued on his way. In a while, he passed a man with a wheelbarrow full of bricks.
Aha, I could build a house of bricks.
Thought the third little pig.
It's true that it will take more work than the houses of my brother, but it will be well worth it.
So he said to the man,
Lisa, may I have some bricks so that I may build a house?
The kind man gave him the bricks, and the third little pig set about building his house. He worked and worked in the hot afternoon sun, taking care to lay each brick down. At about this time, a big bad wolf came trotting down the lane. He saw the first little pig napping at the shade of his straw house.
Yum yum, that pig will make a tasty bite to eat,
Thought the big bad wolf. But the little pig saw him coming and ran inside his house of straw. Slamming the door behind him, the little pig breathed a sigh of relief because he remembered that his mother had always said that wolves were not to be trusted. Now the big bad wolf knocked at the door and said,
Pig, little pig, let me come in.
Not by the head of my chinny chin chin.
Answered the first little pig.
Then I have, and I puff, and I blow your house down.
Said the wolf, and he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. As the straw blew everywhere, the first little pig, rubbing his stomach and now feeling even hungrier, the big bad wolf strode further down the lane and soon came upon the second little pig, napping in the shade of his stick house. The little pig saw him coming and ran inside his house of stick. The big bad wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pig, let me come in.
Oh, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin.
Second little pig.
And I have, and I puff, and I blow your house down.
Said the big bad wolf, and he huffed and he puffed and he blew down the house of sticks. The little pig ran away just in the nick of time. Now the wolf's stomach growled loudly. He was feeling so hungry. Soon the wolf came upon the third little pig, who had just finished building his brick house. The little pig looked up there were his two brother pigs running toward him, and right behind them was the big bad wolf. All three hurried into the house of bricks and locked the door behind them. The big bad wolf knocked at the door and said,
Nobody has on our Chinese.
answered the third little pig.
Then I huff, and I puff, and I blow your half down,
Said the big bad wolf. Well, the wolf huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed, and then he puffed and he huffed and he puffed some more, but he could not blow down the house of bricks.
You can get me. My heart is too strong.
Shouted the third little pig from inside his house.
Ha!
Said the wolf.
I'm stronger and smarter than you. I'm on my way at the roof, and I've come down the chimney to get you.
Now, the third little pig was no fool. He had already guessed that the wolf might try coming down the chimney, so he already had a blazing fire in the fireplace and a big kettle of boiling water heating over the fire. Thinking that he was as clever as could be, the big bad wolf jumped down the chimney and splashed out. The big bad wolf jumped right into the boiling hot water and ran away, never to be seen again. And the three little pigs lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you for listening.